When you start making more, where is the money going to flow?
That is going to my debt.
Okay, perfect. I think it's really important that you be investing every single month.
Okay.
Even if you have debt, that's where your real wealth is created. Okay? So I do want you to be investing at least 50.
Hey, girl. Oh, that's a lot of takeout. Let's get your gut thriving.
Probiotics? What for?
2 gummies a day keep the bad gut vibes away. This probiotic makes it to your gut alive to support immune system and digestive health. All thanks to clinically studied Bacillus subtilis. Sounds fancy, huh?
Ollie!
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Money is such an important part of marriage. It doesn't have to be something that you ignore. It can be something that's natural, that you talk about regularly, and it gives you great joy. I'm meeting up with Drew and Mikey. Now that they're married, I want to sit down and have them go through their numbers together. And I want for them to be able to talk about money regularly and not shy away from it.
Hello, sir.
Hi, hello.
Wow, a newly married couple. How you two doing?
Really good. Living that blissful
Yes.
post-marriage life, I guess.
How was the wedding?
So much fun. It was so good. We wore florals for a spring wedding, groundbreaking. There's a little love bubble, big old party.
I love it. You look very happy. Okay, can we look at your conscious spending plan?
Thank
Because
you.
I saw you sent it over. Let's just talk through this. Okay, your investments are at 0. Mikey, what do you have to say about that?
It is what it is. So we have to work. We have to work on that.
Yeah.
Can I just make a suggestion?
Yeah.
There's just one thing glaring off the page. It is you need to earn more. And you know, I love that because it provides clarity. You know, should I do this? Should I do that? Oh my gosh, I spent this much. Should I get a taxi?
Yeah.
No, it's very clear.
How are
This
you doing
conscious
today?
spending plan tells you one thing and one thing only.
What are you doing for your
You need to earn
weekend?
more.
The clarity was like
Yeah.
absurd. Where I was like, because before I was just like, I don't know what I'm making now, and I don't know what's going on. I just know I'm broke, and now it's like there's answers to those questions.
If
So
and
you-
when you start making more, where is the money going to flow?
That is going to my debt.
Okay.
Rio?
I think it's really important that
That's
you
your
be
name?
investing every single month.
Okay.
Even if you have debt, that's where your real wealth is created. Okay? So I do want you to be investing at least $50.
Please remember to like
can do
and
that.
follow me,
All right.
guys.
I see the rent. I see. It looks like Drew, you're paying Mikey back for the wedding, right? How much is that amount?
$5,000.
$5,000. And I see right now it's $100.
I didn't know you'd put that in there. You added that after the
Yeah.
talk. I would prefer if you would actually put that in savings for yourself until you get to a point where you're comfortable, and then we can revisit that.
My
I
real
appreciate
name
that.
is
Like, I
Latoya.
appreciate that a lot. But
Yep,
like, I
that's
just,
my real name.
with this whole process, part of it is me being able to own my debt. Because me paying you back is helping me too. More than I think putting it into a savings. With at least how I feel about it. I want to stop relying on Mikey.
Latoya.
Before I would have shut down
Latoya?
right away. And now I'm
Do you speak
figuring
English?
out how to make it work.
Okay, that's fine. That's what you want to do. We can
Done.
do that.
Right.
Okay, awesome. I like seeing you speak up. You know this stuff now.
Yeah.
When we met, you didn't know this stuff.
No, I did not.
You know it now. And that confidence, I like seeing you articulate it.
I now know where money is going. I now, I'm hopefully going to make more. So, like, I'm not
Excuse
scared to have this
me.
conversation with him anymore. Like, he's probably excited right now. He's like, thank God someone else is telling this to him.
Well, it's good.
Yeah.
Because now I'm learning how to have these conversations with you, as opposed to at you.
Yeah.
It's so transformative watching this dynamic that was very much, teacher student, and now it's becoming more and more
There's no writing.
equal. Does not have to mean that you're each earning the same amount. It's that you're both contributing in your own ways to this relationship. It's amazing.
I'm starting to feel like I know what I need to do instead of just feeling completely clueless and lost. Now it's confidence and excitement instead of like fear and shame. I am Gru. Hear me roar. Roar.
You're doing good, baby. Thank you.
Are we gonna get an A in our homework, or are we gonna get a?
I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Sarah and Reggie have been saving for their dream wedding, and they have a very healthy amount saved. But I know from my wedding planning that whatever you think it's going to cost, it's likely to be a lot more. But before you reach out to your family for help, it's best to know your numbers. Wedding planning is coming along. That's
Yes.
good. How are you both feeling overall?
I think we're feeling better. Doing the dress shopping was kind of like just putting it into perspective so it really feels real.
Yeah. What are the dresses that you're looking at?
So the
I'm
ones
in
that we
the
were looking
house.
at started at 4,000 to
I'm also-
10,000.
When you heard about the price of the dress,
Yeah.
what was that like?
I think that's probably the most real co-pilot moment so far. I think probably before I would be like, oh man, like that's so out of the budget.
Right.
But I really wanted to make sure that you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no dream crushing. So.
That is amazing. I like that you kept the
Like,
numbers,
follow, and
but it's not the
subscribe.
first thing you're thinking about.
Right. There is a big difference in how we approach things. I
Please.
didn't like hearing that I'm like the dream crusher. Ramit has absolutely convinced me, like really spend on the things you want to spend on. And I think this is something we
Yeah.
both want to spend on.
Okay, so let's talk about
Thank you.
the homework that I gave you, which was finding 3 venues. So did you find those venues?
We did, yeah.
Okay. What's the numbers?
So the first venue is in Lake Como.
Beautiful.
So that was closer to 30,000.
Okay.
Then the second one was,
Umbria, Italy. Okay, yeah, 36,000. Yeah.
36,000 for Umbria.
and then the third one was a local one.
Oh, okay. In Southern
Yeah.
California?
Mhm.
Great.
So this one starts at 50,000, the packages.
What are you realizing as you start to pull on the thread of the wedding costs?
That it adds up quickly and that you could go over
Marriage
budget very
is
easily.
expensive.
I heard you always go over budget.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
How much
when it
would
was
you
my
spend
wedding,
on a
they wanted
wedding?
to charge me $3,000 for mangoes.
Really?
I go, I don't even like mangoes. Indian people love mangoes, so my mom was like, well, of course we need the mangoes.
Oh my
Mangoes
gosh.
out.
The wedding venue alone could put them over their budget. And we haven't even talked about dresses, dinner, cake.
Oh, it's
doilies,
irritating you. I'm
and
sorry.
Certainly not mangoes.
I'll turn it down.
Without accounting for the venues, how much do you think that you're at?
That's like,
It's actually Netflix. I'm watching Netflix.
About. I also noticed that you tend to underestimate. Like
The
dramatic.
episode is called
What this
How
tells me
to
is that
Be
it's time
Rich.
to ask your parents for help.
it's kind of like you almost knew that it
It's
was
a
coming, and you
episode
just kind of like not look that
on
way,
Netflix.
But now that it's like starting to come into view, I think that's the part that kind of gives me a little bit of,
I don't think I've asked my parents for money since high school.
I feel ashamed a little bit. For me specifically, like the immigrant family thing is just so top of mind. My dad has like an engineering degree and he worked as like a janitor when he first got here. Like, and then to know that they did that and got me this far, something changed in me when I was like in high school. Like, I stopped asking for money. I stopped asking for like nice big gifts, and I just wanted them to kind of enjoy their money. So asking them now for our wedding is, yeah, I feel really guilty about that. I mean, sure, but like right now, I don't know if that's even on the table.
Right, yeah.
I think a lot of people watching might say if they can't afford it, then they should not have that type of wedding. But we also have to remember different cultures treat weddings differently. I know from my own culture that weddings are really important. Money is political. Money is cultural. It is more than just numbers on a page. Let's go out and find out,
Yeah.
and then let's get realistic.
Right. Yep.
That's the next step.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
I like Christian and Millie. They're smart, they're disciplined, and they have a vision for their money. They're almost doing everything right, but they're just taking a couple wrong turns, and it's costing them a lot of money. like day trading. Robinhood is designed to get you to trade. And trading is not investing. Trading is gambling. It's trying to guess the direction of what's going to happen tomorrow. That sounds sexy, but it's not actually how you get rich. What's up with the Robinhood and all the DraftKings gambling stuff?
I've left it how it is.
Okay.
It's still in DraftKings. I haven't looked at it since we spoke.
Really?
Just like, let's let the market do what it does.
What are you down now?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
We'll pull it out. Let's look.
Oh, God.
So let's see what it is.
100,000.
So why haven't you logged in the last couple of months?
I guess to not realize that I'm down that much.
What was your thinking when you opened this account?
I got so into trading during the pandemic. I looked at Robinhood as like, this is going to be my experiment.
Okay.
I'm going to try and select the stocks and see if
There
I
are
can
some
beat
sad people in this world.
Okay. And how'd that work out?
Not well.
Bless your heart.
You got a
After
nice hobby
you.
here. Why don't you just stick with golfing? You have two options. You can keep
Do
it
you
here,
find peace?
or you can say,
Love?
I deviated from my plan. It didn't work. Let me
Enjoying
take
this life.
back in my normal plan.
It could come back at some point.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of gamblers say that. Let me just keep riding. It'll come back one of these days. It's one thing if you said, I'm going to take 5% of my money and gamble. I would actually be totally fine with that. But do you know what percentage of your income you took and put over here?
I don't remember.
That's the problem. If you go on like this, just picking random investments without managing your risk, that's how people go broke. Even people with a lot of money like you. Christian is really struggling with the idea of selling a losing stock. And that's natural because our brains treat losses differently than we treat wins. There's a lot of investor psychology here at play. When things go well, you talk about it. When things don't, you don't even want to log in. Most importantly, if you don't have an investment plan, you will forever be making random tactical decisions. That is not how you build a rich life.
I think what I struggle with is how long will it take me to recover that 100,000?
You could spend the next 10 years hoping something changes, or you can change it yourself right now. The gambler says, how do I get back to where I used to be? The investor says, how do I use my money to live my rich life?
Right.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hi, Bill.
How
are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
All right. Oh, thank you so much. We were just having a nice conversation about investing. I looked at your conscious spending plan, and you guys are very savvy, maxing out your 401k, IRAs. You own property. To be younger than 30 and to have the net worth that you have accumulated is very impressive. So I just want to
That's good to
give
hear.
it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
But then there's just a couple boneheaded things you keep doing. And I go, why do they do this? Why are they doing this? You have your goal, you're walking that direction, and then something shiny comes along and you go, I'm just going to get distracted and go that way. What do you think it is?
My mindset was always, we're young. Let's buy. Let's keep trying to get rich now so that we can retire at a young age.
Well, you are rich. You just don't live richly.
Oh, okay.
I never thought of it like that.
I didn't either.
That's what I want to talk about with your conscious spending plan. So let's start with you, Millie.
Ha, you're in
Your
timeout.
gross monthly income, $3,800.
You can't talk
You're
back
still
to me. Ha ha
you're
ha
spending
ha.
every single month. You're in the red. And so if you want to live the kind of life
That's what you
want,
get for being
there's two
mean.
things that you can do. One is your
You want to
income,
be
raise
mean
it.
and
The
rude
second
in my
is
comments.
you can't
I'll
afford to
time
split
you
your
out and I will
expenses
not
50-50.
block you because I want you
Christian earns
to
3 times what
be
you
able
earn.
to hear what
So if you
my
were to split
my
expenses
words
proportionally,
to
you would
you
pay 3 times more
are
for your joint
saying.
expenses.
I want you to be so mad
I want to do that.
that I
It just doesn't
put
want
you on
me to do that.
timeout
Yeah. What's the thinking
and you're
behind
still
your
watching
50-50?
me
Is that you don't want
and
to
you
be
can't type.
what?
So dependent on him.
It's not that
'Cause you're
you're
being
totally
rude.
dependent on him, but it's that he's
And if you
makes
type
money, so he
something
can afford to
that is
pick up
against
more of the
community
expenses.
guideline,
That's how my
I'm
wife
not
and I do
seeing
it.
your message. It is
You
being
do it
deleted
proportionally.
I do want to
automatically.
contribute an equal amount to feel equal.
So
but
you
I feel
can
like I put so
you're
much
being
pressure on
rude to
myself.
your
I'm
own
always like,
self.
I'm gonna
I'm
do this, I'm
not
gonna do
seeing
that.
what you're
And
saying. So
it's
stop
almost like
typing
I
rude
don't allow
stuff.
myself to not do those things that I said I want to do because I don't want people to ever be like,
oh, she said she was gonna do this, and look, she didn't do it.
If you wanna be rude and be sexual, this is not the life. There's nothing sexual going on over here. Go somewhere else.
Sit with that for a second. I
Please.
can tell you're reluctant. That's okay. Sit with it. We're
I'm
gonna talk
just doing
about
my
Christian's
hair.
money, and then we'll talk about what it means for you together. Okay.
And
Right.
I'm
So,
chilling. If
Christian, we're
I'm
looking
too
at your
boring for
numbers.
you,
You have enough to retire your
you're
mom
welcome
today.
to leave.
I'd
I won't
love
be
to
mad.
retire. I think
I promise
what
you.
keeps holding me back personally, I always thought I'm going to get to that point once I don't have to
Promise
depend
you.
on my salary. That means 2 or 3 more properties that pays all my bills, pays everything for me.
I like it. I love the vision. When will you be able to comfortably retire your mom with your plan?
If we get 2 years,
So, my suggestion to you is you got the money sitting there.
yeah.
Use it.
What
Use
are
it
you
for your rich
talking
life.
about? Are you talking
You
to
guys
me?
are almost there. It's just a couple minor
Talking
changes.
about bra? You're
You can
talking
be living
about
a rich
what?
life.
I
Think about how to spend your money proportionally. That will help you a lot, Millie.
I only
How much
speak
I'm earning,
English, so you gotta
'cause,
speak English.
Millie, I think you could be earning a lot more. Let's call it a day. This is a lot. Think about it. All right? Christian and Millie have done pretty well with their money, but the way they think about money is not serving them for where they want to go. Now, what ultimately matters is, are they willing to change their money habits? Is this stressful talking about money?
Oh, it was a little, yeah.
Today was a little stressful.
Imagine investing is like shopping for clothes. Think about your
What I'm
closet.
doing,
If you
I'm
open it up,
fixing my
would
hair.
you only have one pair of pants? No, it makes no sense. That would be like picking one stock. So instead, we want to think of stocks like clothes. We want pants, shorts, t-shirts, winter coats. We want it all. We want to diversify. Then we want to think of bonds like accessories, like shoes and gloves, because they're stable. And finally, cash. Cash is just there for safety. It's like buying socks. Crypto is like Crocs. A lot of you think they look good, but they're horrible. Buying an index fund or a target date fund. It does it all for you. And that is how you think about diversifying your portfolio.
It's an unnatural feeling to ask our parents for money. We feel kind of guilty, I think, asking them.
It is something that we not avoided, but like we didn't particularly seek it out.
The conversation has to happen at some point, so why not now? It's our 5-year anniversary today.
Look at that. Look at that.
There you go.
You excited or?
We're excited. Yeah.
Exciting. It's exciting, but it's also a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If both of you are working, it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yes.
So like just advice, because I did it too with your dad. Just when you are getting really stressed out or stressed, just take a deep breath, stop,
Of
and
course.
just
Yeah.
breathe and just
And keep saving.
Keep saving. Work more job.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, why we're here, I guess, is part of that, right? Like, we're trying to figure out the ultimate budget.
And then we can figure out the venue. Once we figure out the venue, that'll like decide the date.
But we can't move forward with a place until we know what
Your numbers are.
Yeah, what the numbers are. Well, the budget for this right now, you're thinking about what? About 40 is gonna be your
Right, so
like,
that's a good question. We had a rough kind of savings plan that put us in the like $30,000 to like $40,000 range, and that was like just us.
Right.
I know for like our culture, it is like a big like family reunion almost, like a big party.
It's a big family.
It's a big family, but that's gonna be an obstacle in itself.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of one thing we've been struggling with is, that guest list could get really out of hand really fast. For us to come to you at this table and like kind of ask money stuff is like weird. Like it's kind of like there's a dance to it. I think that's a conversation we're trying to have with you in like the most respectful way of, on top of what we can do, how much you guys are like, willing to contribute, and how much do you guys think you would help with that?
we appreciate you being honest, like letting us know like you need help financially, and we're gonna make it work.
We talked in the
We talk about
about
10,000,
10,000.
but there's more that we could get. You know, there's more that we could give you guys. So,
Thanks, Mom.
Well,
yeah.
he's your first son, our last daughter. On our end, we can pledge 10 grand. And if you're gonna be in a bind and you need more, feel free to ask.
I mean, we didn't expect anything, but that's a lot of money. So I mean, we're thankful. Like, thank
To
you.
hear that they're both going to contribute 10,000 each, that's
Money.
crazy. That's a game changer. We can make our dream wedding come true.
We appreciate you guys being so generous.
And in return, Mom, when you get the mic at the reception, you can try your hardest to make me cry. Go for it.
Alright. They got show no problem get. I'm gonna say nothing on the now gonna still, but that they got show no. Yeah, pay attention because they you see? Look there. You see? Well, look there. Right there. So. And if the road don't look familiar to you, type it in your GPS, man. Use on the phone then. See that? It's 2025. Use up the stick of the Lord, yeah. Photo bills them out. Alright. They got show no problem get. I'm gonna say nothing on the now gonna waste.
Hey, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I am good.
I've been in the restaurant industry for 18 years. It's kind of a guessing game on how much money I'm going to make. I don't even have money to pay bills, let alone like put away to invest. That's like the one answer I've gotten out of this is I need more money. So I decided to reach out to Claire, who's a manager at one of the restaurant groups I work with. A corporate job would get rid of all that stress and second guessing. My long shot would be to do either HR or D&I.
3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。3、2、1，开始。好，视频拍好，我们来剪辑，点击开始创作。好，我们今天拍好的视频，按照顺序一段段的添加进去。下方这里有个添加，添加进来之后，我们点击关闭原生，然后我们来剪视频。横着的这个叫视频条，竖着的这个叫分割线，下方这里的叫工具栏。好，我们来剪视频哈。然后小孩走过来这里，好，他开始走，点视频条分割，前面多余的删掉。滑到好，准备开始走过去拿垃圾，点分割，后面多余的删掉。第二个拿垃圾的镜头，好，拿走垃圾，分割删掉。来第三个镜头，拿着垃圾走过来，好走到这里点分割，后面的删掉。后面的每一个镜头我都是按照这样子的顺序哈，掐头，去尾，只留下中间精华的部分就可以了。好，现在视频剪好之后，我们来把我们提前写好文案给录上去。点音频，这里找到录音，看着这个喇叭就可以说话了。大家好，我是珍宝，我来自广东潮汕。今天我带女儿去拍视频，教她拍丢垃圾的视频。好，说好松开喇叭，点对勾，再来返回识别这个字幕，点击返回，点击文本，点击识别字幕，开始识别。那这样子字体就显示在公屏上了，然后点完成。
A lot of people don't know this about me, but I work at an insurance company. I'm literally working right now, and I was just thinking about how a lot of people have so many misconceptions about insurance. I just got off the phone with this lady, and she, elaborated and explained to me how she felt like insurance was pointless. And I don't feel like insurance is pointless, but I feel like a lot of people just don't understand it. And I'm about to break down what you should have on your policy so you get the most bang for your buck. This me is 3 things I'm going to make sure I got on my policy. I'm going to make sure I have collision. I'm going to make sure I have comprehensive. And I'm going to make sure I have liability. I'm going to also make sure I have rental car coverage. You should have collision coverage so you cover yourself at all times. It should literally be no reason in hell why you ride around with your bumper toe off. It should be no reason why you ride around with a cracked windshield. Get collision because no matter if a person got liability on theirs or not, you can cover yourself. You can't depend on people nowadays. Most people ride around without insurance. coverage because you literally don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people don't expect to run into a deer or a big ass rabbit, but they do. You also don't be expecting to be driving down Highway 85 and you in front of a truck and something fly out of that truck and hit your windshield and hit your car. You do be expecting for them to take all your tires if you in downtown Atlanta, though. And that's the stuff that comprehensive coverage is going to cover. And you should have liability because I just feel like it's responsible of you to have it. Why would you want to hit somebody else's car and not be able to cover their damages? Do you want somebody to hit your car and they can't cover your damages? Oh, see, this is a hit and miss with this rental car because a lot of people do have more than one car. But for the people who don't, please get rental car coverage. How do you expect to get to and from work while you ain't got no car? And make sure that you at least got $30 a day and it's covering up to like $1,500. That's going to cover you for a whole month for your car being in the shop. Cover yourself. Okay, class, so what did you learn today? You learned A, you need to make sure you have collision, comprehensive, and liability coverage. You learned that if you do not have a motor vehicle car, that you need rental car coverage, at least $30 a day, up to $1,500. And yeah, I know what a lot of y'all gonna say. I can't afford insurance, or I can't afford to be paying a deductible. You get to choose with reasonability what your deductible is. I see people have $0 deductible. You wanna know why? Because they pay more money monthly. If you don't wanna pay more money monthly, then make your deductible $1,000 and make sure you always got a fucking $1,000 in your bank account so you can cover yourself. I work a fucking 9 to 5. I understand. There is nobody who's gonna understand more than me how expensive shit is. But you can make it work. I don't have no kids. When you both got kids, you should be going extra money for to make sure you can get them to and from school and get yourself. All people don't know this about me, but I work at an insurance company. I'm literally working right now, and I was just thinking about how a lot of people have so many misconceptions about insurance. I just got off the phone with this lady, and she, elaborated and explained to me how she felt like insurance was pointless. And I don't feel like insurance is pointless, but I feel like a lot of people just don't understand it. And I'm about to break down what you should have on your policy so you get the most bang for your buck. It's me. It's 3 things I'm going to make sure I got on my policy. I'm going to make sure I have collision. I'm going to make sure I have comprehensive. And I'm going to make sure I have liability. I'm going to also make sure I have rental car coverage. You should have collision coverage so you cover yourself at all times. It should literally be no reason in hell why you ride around with your bumper toe off. It should be no reason why you ride around with a cracked windshield. Get collision because no matter if
You're doing your hair.
Mm-hmm. I got 5 people on my live watching me.
How much people on the live? What you do?
5.
Girl.
And they're not talking to me. They're just watching.
They're not even telling you where they're watching from.
No. A lot of the
They don't want to know it.
a lot of the comments being filtered, but I think they're saying something nasty.
Yeah, they're probably saying all stuff if it's been filtered.
You know what I noticed? This world is so sexualized. Like everything people talk about sex. So I have that on my thing to filter those stuff out.
What's the problem? That's why.
You know, so me ask Chat GPT if you design one picture for me. I'll not me see if it finish. Hold on there. I just remember, you know. So I'll know Chat GPT says I work on this picture.
Yeah.
Boy, it usually take a few moments. This been few hours.
No time, it shouldn't take so long neither. You know, if it take a few moments, it's everybody the woman I desire today.
Looks so.
Was designing some stuff on it last night too. Charge. A lot of people came to the car wash today, man. Even one Lamborghini.
That's good.
Lamborghini. Yeah, man. Pull up with the Lamborghini and his cigar. See everybody a flock a wash it out. My left ball. It's a rev up in. Even right now, them say people still a come.
The guy said I'ma come next week, so we'll see if the patio is done. Like the live, guys. Like.
Oh, I used to have the same guy go move the shed, right? Or is it Andre?
Andre, not the shit.
So the guy go move it then?
Yeah, now him say my movie. I'll go ask Andre if he permission to use the equipment.
Oh, okay.
The last time I told you the battery was dead, so he couldn't move it. Because he didn't have it. You didn't know where I'm going. Shout out to Holden. What are you saying? I don't speak that language.
I got the bike guy them.
Taking forever. Good morning, team. Hope you're doing well.
Watch the road, my guy. I'm going to Charlie, like, being an idiot.
It's a name. It's a name of a what? Can you explain what? Or you're shouting out a name of somebody? Is that your family member? I'll be back. Oh. I wanna be. Upstairs, oh, hot. Like a fire. Don't teeth the laughing.
No, stop, you know what?
Let's see how much people know. I got 3 people. 3 people. I put it up here so they can see me. Ooh.
And if today I go for sure or tomorrow?
Tomorrow event, me I do me here. I'll go there and waste my day. Bobby yourself, come. It's gonna be my. Let me show you. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I took down the mirror.
Which mirror?
The black mirror.
The one I did. The one at the doorway.
No, let me get me. I get my tripod on. Yeah, the one at the doorway. Now go to here up here in that bathroom and up here is too hot. I don't feel like it. But I say we could have probably just do the wedding on a Friday evening and have the event a Saturday. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because man say most people probably now go off on a Friday. So we can set it like they're not most people don't work on a weekend, so but now if you were then so come with it. You know say camera look nice or something.
Sunshine and pop.
Sunshine is popping. Of course, a glass of woman glass.
That. All the shades.
I probably feel big face, man.
Yeah, that is giving you more. You can have it.
It is dark.
Yeah, it does have a shades. Bitter glass, we can't get together.
And if you find one supplier or sell some nice glass. So no wash phone no care too?
What's some part my care about it? I'm going to watch them care. That they got customer because you man I watch them care. They spend time for them care. They actually chamber being care still. People spend time for them care now when I go back to feel. So you're right. You can't watch but I'm in this have movie life. So actually help him when feel care and come peace. But never remind him, we keep my nobody did go. If anybody feels me show up like a waffle.
Oh. What time I reach?
What time we text you this after 12 hours of my daddy? Or 12 or 3 from my give me a trust me dinner.
Alright, Nakor, come out of that. Jesus.
I'm not more than I trust him. So I'm not here for a name, I'm not in touch with him.
Alright, Nakor, we change the topic. We can't forget with that board no, I think. No. I wanna be a happy girl. I wanna be a positive girl. I don't want.
I'm positive. I'm just need to protect him.
Yeah, me not like talk about it. Me don't want to talk about it.
Me can't live myself jealous.
Me never say, but me just don't feel like talk about it. Yeah, I already do the right. You know, yeah, do the right, but can't dwell past certain negative. You know, baby? Yeah, what me say, the 40 is laws of power. Never make the. Alright, well, I said nothing film one term. If film one term or one term, I think it's we outsmart the master. It just means say you basically act like you have no sense and just know say you don't know you have no sense. You know you have sense though. But you have sometimes you act like you have no sense around people. Think they for them think say you have no sense. So you just know the right thing, you do the right thing. And I said, you just laugh chat, isn't it? I say. So you never outshine the master. Me will take that food, carry with me, I think me near me. Why you feel say you are the boss, so you win. If I try anything, me not say yo, me not want food. I'm taking that shit. I'm gonna go with it. But I have a food for catch wise no be that me I try to say. Yeah, sometimes you can't make you can't make it the thing too obvious more. I have to play with them brain more. Make them think otherwise. Me do that enough time. Me tell you say if me and you, if me say me cut you off, you know. You know say me cut you off, you know say me cut you off. Not to go screw in on my face. But we share in our room with my enemy there. Some people them can't go in our room with somebody with they when you not like them. Me different. Me I go in there and make you feel uncomfortable. Yo, me say today did hot like fire. Me feel like after me groom me I go water the grass. Out of do hot. Yeah. Hot like a fire. I wonder how TikTok live I go on with. I go on TikTok now. I gone 53 minutes. Please follow me, guys. See you later. Bye. Long time ago.